Hey guys, what's Gucci? We got a good video today. Usyk versus Dubois, and this fight's gonna be tomorrow. So I just watched the weigh-ins, and yeah, it's funny how when you see the guys, the heavyweights, they never look as super defined as the lighter weights. You kind of forget about that. Like you see Usyk, he doesn't look tremendously ripped, but obviously he's strong. Dubois looks more muscular, more bodybuildish type of body, but obviously that doesn't matter when it comes to boxing. But yeah, it's just funny when you're used to watching the lighter fighters in the weigh-ins. They look so like shredded, and then the heavyweights don't. Um, Obviously, some heavyweight fighters look real good on the scale. Like I think Joshua's one of them. Wilder looks pretty good, but he's like skinnier, right? Um, but yeah, when it comes down to it, looks don't win you the fight. So yeah, I think what is it? Usyk came in at 121 pounds, and Dubois at 233. These are for all four belts. Well, not all four belts, because Usyk has four belts. He has the IBF, WBA, WBO, and the IBO. Some people don't even really talk about the IBO, but it's there. Um, the only belt that's not really here, the main one, is the WBC in the ring lineal champ, Tyson Fury. Considered the best heavyweight boxer right now. Usyk considered number two by most. Um, so, yeah, this would be a good fight. I didn't know when I was looking at BoxRed. I forgot that Usyk was 36 years old. Like I was shocked by that. I didn't think he was that old. I forgot, but obviously he's a boxer, so he can last longer. He doesn't take as much damage. But age will catch up to you, obviously, in any division. But heavyweight, the age doesn't matter even more. Like it doesn't affect the fighters as much as a lighter weight would. Like if he was 36 in like a lighter weight class, then it would start to be okay. And the style matters, so he has the advantage in both of those. His style is more of a boxer. He relies on his skills more than his athleticism. Though he is athletic for sure. But what I'm saying is he's not like a go get you type of like just overwhelms you with his physicality. He's more of a tactician. So that favors the age. You can last longer like that, and it's heavyweight, so that's better for his age too. But nonetheless, he's still 36, and that is at the tail end of your career. Your prime probably ends around, or I would say mid 30s is when you start declining. Not to say that you'll severely decline, but you're definitely not going to get better. I think after 30 years old, you're probably not going to get much better. And after 35, you're probably going to start declining. But it's heavyweight. Everyone's got a shot. Everyone's got a punch. Daniel Dubois has a chance. I didn't know. I obviously I don't follow the British heavyweight boxers as much as I do like the American ones. Obviously, like Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, those ones I do because they're more mainstream. But for like a Daniel Dubois, I haven't seen that many of his fights, though I've seen a couple, and I forgot that he's still pretty young, 25, and everything was good on paper, right? Like he's 25, he's 6'5", decent weight, 230, 78 reach, 95% knockout percentage. He's 19-1 with 18 KOs, and he's only been stopped once with a jab by Joel Joyce. His eye just fell apart. It was pretty much. It's not like he got knocked out. It was just his eye. He had a problem with his left eye, so he took a knee, and that was it. He had a fractured eye socket. So, yeah. leading into that fight, did he have an injury going into that fight, guys? Let me know. Did he hurt it in the past? I think he might have. So that's his only loss though. Joe Joyce. Why am I saying Joel? Is it Joel? I think it's just Joe. Joe Joyce. So yeah, like on paper, looks great. Looks great. Looks like he has a chance, but really, on paper, he probably has no chance as well. So it kind of goes both ways, and I'll explain why. When you look at Daniel Dubois' resume, a lot of his fights, obviously UK, because that's where he starts from. But all these guys he's knocking out, no one knows any of them really. Like no one knows anybody. Like maybe the British fans do, the hardcore's there, but I literally don't know that many people on his resume. Besides Joe Joyce, I think I heard of Trevor Bryan. Yeah, like I barely know anybody on his resume, to be honest. Joe Joyce is probably the only guy that most fans would probably really know, and he lost to him, right? But not to say he was doing bad in the fight or anything, but he lost that fight. So, like on paper, it's actually bad for him as well because he hasn't fought anybody besides Joe Joyce, really. Like I said, maybe those UK boxing fans, you know more about his opponents than I do, but we over here in Canada and the US don't know a lot of 90% of his resume we don't even know. And that can be concerning because who's he knocking out, right? And now he's stepping in with arguably the most skilled fighter in boxing, at least in the heavyweight division, him and Tyson Fury. How is he gonna deal with not just one step up, not just two step up? This is like 3 full steps up, like 3 levels above any opponent he's ever faced. It's not just one level above. He's fighting a guy that's levels and levels above of anyone he's ever faced. So, yeah, like it's going to be tough for him to win. Obviously, puncher's chance. He does have knockout power. He stops 95% of his opponents. But will he be able to stop a guy who none of his opponents have ever showed that kind of skills or heart or any of that pedigree? So I got Usyk winning. Will he get a knockout? Hard to say. I would say yeah. I think I'm gonna pick Usyk by knockout. I just think he looks dangerous lately. I know he didn't knock out Anthony Joshua both times. Didn't knock out Derek Chisora, but I just have a feeling I'm going to go out on a whim and say that he's going to get knocked out. I don't know why, because there's a moments in the fight where I thought he could have knocked out Joshua, and the more he stays in the division, I feel like the more he's going to develop that power more and land those shots. Like eventually he's going to land that shot and knock someone out, I feel like. I think it's just coming. He's showing glimpses of it in the heavyweight division now, in the Joshua fights. And I know some guys will say, oh yeah, Joshua's chinny, but it's the heavyweight division, right? Everyone can be chinny. Yeah, so I'm going to say Usyk by knockout. But obviously, most people, the betting odds are going to say by decision probably. Or the favorite odds, right? So that's just going to be my decision. The reason that I think he's going to knock him out is, like I said, each fight in the heavyweight division, he's showing more glimpses of power. Could have stopped Joshua. Landed very hard shots on him that hurt physically. He has enough power to hurt heavyweight guys. You've seen it in the Joshua fight. So, and Dubois never faced anyone near Usyk's level, and Usyk has probably fought many guys like Dubois. So, on the skills alone, I have him winning. But yeah, like the experience edge as well. That's got to be a big part. Skill and experience. He's going to set up that shot and get him out of there. But let me know your guys' thoughts. Who do you have winning this fight? Does Daniel Dubois have a chance, just a puncher's chance? For those who follow him more closely, those British fans, or just those really hardcore fans that have seen a lot of the fights of Daniel Dubois, who I frankly forget a lot of them. I know I have seen him fight like a couple times, but like I said, I can't remember. And a lot of those names, they don't ring a bell at all anymore. If I did see those fights, right? For those big fans of his who remembered, does he have a chance from what you've seen in those fights? Because obviously I've seen him fight, but to me, it looks like he just has a puncher's chance. It doesn't look like he shows anything that Usyk hasn't seen before, in my opinion. So yeah, I got Usyk. It's his time right now until he fights Fury or Wilder. I don't know. I don't see anyone else beating him except Wilder or Fury, to be honest. Yeah. It'd be good to see what has Ruiz been doing lately, right? Or Ortiz as well. Did he retire? I haven't heard about him in a while. But I'd like to see those fights with Usyk as well, if they're still fighting. I haven't really heard about them. But other than, those guys could give a good fight. But other than Wilder and Fury, I really don't see. I don't see much out there for Usyk, to be honest. I'm gonna quickly look up Ortiz. When's the last time he fought? Just be a sec, guys. Really? There's tons of Wilders that are fighting on BoxRec. When I typed in Wilder, there's like tons of Wilders. That's the thing. BoxRec has like all the fighters. Okay. Let's see here. Luis Ortiz. Last fight was Andy Ruiz. Okay. So, okay, he hasn't fought since. Okay, that's the last fight I've seen in him. I just haven't heard about him in a while. And yeah, same with Ortiz. That was his last fight as well. So yeah, those guys would be good as well against Usyk, but yeah. They got that big Chinese guy too, right? Zhang, yeah. That'd be a good fight maybe, but yeah. I got Fury over Usyk, and Wilder, that's kind of a pick'em. I'd maybe that one. That's a great fight. Like, you don't know how that's gonna go because Wilder's power, but yeah, I'll set up for another video, guys. Let me know who you think wins this fight. Who do you have? And hopefully it's a good fight. Both fighters come out healthy, and yeah. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say this is in how do you say it? It's in Poland. Was it Warcraw? Am I saying it wrong? Warcraw, Poland. So it will not be at the standard time, like late at night, usually for the North American people. Depending on where you are, usually it starts at like 7 or 9, around there, the main card. This fight will start at 1 p.m. Eastern. And the main event will probably, when they start the ring walk, I guess, will be around 5 p.m. August 26th. That is today now. It's 12 midnight here where I am, but I don't know what that is Pacific, but the main card starts at 1 p.m. Eastern. Do the math for the Pacific. I forget. Obviously earlier, right? But yeah, so if you're not working, check it out. And if not, watch the highlights after if you can't see it, because it is early in the day. Yeah, guys. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's a good fight. Take care, guys. This is JJJBoxing. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.